Hello again and welcome. Today we're going to have a look at making a wood-fired pizza oven. Now, I'd like to say right up front, this is not for the faint-hearted as a project. It involves, and I say faint-hearted because it involves some fairly heavy lifting, getting the core of the pizza oven up onto the stand after you've made it, and also the fact that depending on how far you go with the pizza oven, it could involve a fair amount of money as well. But just having said that up front, the end result, once you get it made and you take that first pizza out of the oven, is fantastic. So let's have a look at it. Of my pizza oven, I've done a circular seating area. This does add to the cost, you don't have to do it, but I figured that once you've got a pizza oven in place, you'll need somewhere to just sit around, especially in winter. It's a great place to sit when the warmth comes off the pizza oven. It's a great place for family and friends to sit around, have a beer and enjoy the taste of the pizza. It can be rectangular, it can be, as I've done, a timber seat at the top, it can be block structure. There's all sorts of combinations you can use to put in place your seating area. It really is up to you. So let me just talk briefly about how the structure's formed. What I've done, and once again I'll put a PDF at the end of the video which explains all this and gives some dimensions as well. But in basic terms, I've put a concrete slab down because, as you can appreciate, there's a fair amount of weight in this whole structure that's going to sit on the ground. So the structure was 1200 by 1200. Then after I've got the foundation down, the concrete slab, I used Abari's Versalock blocks. Instead of just mortaring them all in the traditional style, these blocks you can stack up in their own function and put your Rio in the top and then core fill them. From starting at the top, you get the flute and the rain cap. You get the actual front of the pizza oven itself. Inside you've got all the fire bricks, you get all the thermal blanket. They actually supply all the render material and also the colouring. We chose the terracotta colour for the outside. The front comes with it and the clay core. There's also some stainless steel utensils for working the fire and actually delivering the pizza into the oven. So it comes in a palletised form. As I say, Alfresco are out of Western Australia. It came in on one of the freight companies to Brisbane. I picked it up and brought it up here to the Sunshine Coast. But the kit was all-inclusive. Price-wise, it was about $2,000 odd for this size pizza oven. There are bigger pizza ovens, but this one suited us for what we wanted to do. So that's the kit. As I say, I'll put some links at the end of the video for Alfresco. Now there are all sorts of add-ons and inclusions you can do, as I suggested earlier about the front area and the seating area. That's completely up to you, and there's all sorts of designs you can use for that. But I've also fitted some Merbau front doors to the blockwork that the pizza oven sits on, just to store the timber that we use for the pizza oven. And mind you, pizza ovens go through a fair amount of timber, so it's handy to have a fairly big storage area. I've just lifted up the timber off the ground just in case some of the wet weather comes and we need to use the timber straight away. So that's just an addition. Once again, personal preference. Merbau is a fairly easy product to work for or with, and it's great in itself as the way it looks. So that's what we've done. Any additions are up to yourself. So I hope this gives you a little bit of an idea about how to go about your project for a pizza oven, a wood-fired pizza oven from Alfresco. Or as I say, you can find out on the net all sorts of designs that you can put it together yourself, but quite frankly I found myself by buying the kit was the best way to go. So if you'd like some information, or I can help a bit further about how to put it together, or some information on Alfresco, by all means, if it's not on the website, give me a call, 0488 522 588, Handyman Solutions and Labour Hire, and I'm Glenn Rogerson.